Greetings everyone and welcome to Collector Corps. So I really wanted to just go over everything that we've seen so far from Hasbro's upcoming Fortnite line, and yeah, it's not actually as much as I was expecting when I first, started thinking about it, but at the same time we have seen a decent amount for a line that doesn't legally have the ability to come out until next year, and yeah, I just thought I talk about Fortnite toys on this channel, so I might as well talk about them a little bit more. So, to start off with, we have the Foundation, which is the first straight-up Fortnite character that we saw in this range, and it's a bit questionable. The articulation from what we've seen so far looks to be pretty good overall. I'm pretty happy with like the double elbows and stuff like that. Pinless by the looks of it as well, which is always a great thing. But the red flag started coming up when we saw that the only accessory was the umbrella. And while having a glider is a cool little thing, and it's a nice little bonus, where's his weapons, where's his harvesting tool? Because he doesn't actually have any. He doesn't come with even a pistol, never mind anything of actual worth. And when this is like a premium figure when compared to what we're going to get into pretty quickly. Yeah, I don't know. The Foundation is a very questionable figure, and he is also completely sold out everywhere. You will not be able to get one of these figures, most likely, unless they do a restock like they do with the next figure we're going to talk about. But yeah, I think it looks really good. It looks like the character in the game. It looks like it's very much on model, and I do appreciate that about this figure in particular. I'm going to get into some issues I have with the other figures as we go, but yeah, with the Foundation, whatever, I'm really liking the overall look, and if we're going to be maintaining this level of articulation of all the figures, I'll be very, very happy. We're moving on to the next one. We actually have the Fortnite version of Snake Eyes, which is actually just a variant on the G.I. Joe Classified series Snake Eyes. Now, this is another that is very difficult to actually get your hands on. Its pre-order window has kind of ended, though they did have a restock, which I was able to actually manage to get. So I'm actually going to be reviewing this when it comes out, which is very exciting. And overall, it's a very cool figure. I'm a huge fan of Snake Eyes. It's the only G.I. Joe character I'm hugely invested in. And, this incarnation, this design, is very much my envision of the character in all its glory. I love the aesthetic, and generally I think it's a really, really good looking figure. And while it's a premium figure for a premium price, it's a premium price and premium figure when compared to the rest of the line it's based on. So when you compare this figure to what you get with the rest of the G.I. Joe Classified series, it actually makes a lot more sense of the price, and as I say, it's something that I was interested in enough to actually get, and I'm very excited for this. I actually really like the skin in-game. It's actually, currently as I'm recording this, in the item shop, so it's one of those that you see a lot, and generally I'm really looking forward to actually seeing, how it's going to work with the rest of the Fortnite line, because obviously, as I say, it's just a remodel, a repaint of the existing Snake Eyes figure from the Classified series. So how they're going to work into each other is very interesting to me, because we may be able to introduce them into other lines like Legends or Black Series, which is always a benefit and something I really look forward to. Next up, we actually have the first 4 proper figures fully announced, that being Ripley, who's like a jelly slurp monster. We have Chaos Agent, which to me doesn't quite look how I envision him, but at the same time, he is a bubbly black, liquid monster with a gas mask. They can't really go too wrong, and overall, I think it's going to be a really nice figure. I might even, squeeze it onto a Venom shelf or something as just another symbiote. It has that kind of look to it. It's a very interesting figure, even if it is just a guy in a suit. There's also Midas Rex, who looks good. It's not a skin that I'm too attached to. I do have the skin in game, so I've used it a little bit. And yeah, it's a character that people like, so I understand. It does actually look mostly on model. I would say the face, in the renders at least, looks a bit off, and hopefully that's something that is fixed by the end, but I'm not necessarily holding my hopes for it. It's one of those things where Hasbro either gets really good likeness with cartoony characters, or they are so far off it hurts. So I'm hoping for the best and preparing for the worst, basically. It's probably not a figure that I'm going to be getting, so I don't really mind too much. And then finally, there is Lynx, who is the only female figure of this wave, and is very sleek, very nimble, very skinny, and accurate, honestly. Height-wise, I wonder how these are all going to scale up to each other, because the renders make it look like they are all the same height, which would be mostly accurate to the games. But at the same time, I'm not too sure on whether that's going to be the case overall, whether they are going to all share a general height. And, yeah, at the very least, it'll be good for fodder. I can see a lot of people using it for even, like, a Catwoman, even though it's not something that Hasbro's ever done. It would be a very good piece to start off with that. And in all fairness, DC is in Fortnite. You could very easily create a Fortnite Catwoman if you wanted to, which is a nice little choice. I like having Lynx here. Then, moving on from the regular stuff onto, I guess it's the bigger sets. There is Skye, who comes with a bunch of accessories, including a glider, which is very cute. It's like a little flying fuzzball. It's very nice. You get a sword, a grappler, a back bling, which this is the only back bling we actually see a proper image of, which is kind of odd to me. Technically, Snake Eyes does have a back bling, quote unquote, but as I say, that's based off the classified figure anyway. So this is a very interesting little pack. It's gonna cost considerably more, I'm going to imagine. We don't know the prices yet, but at a guess, I would probably assume that it's going to be more expensive. But overall, it looks very nice. I like that we are getting variety in the different characters from different seasons and different battle passes and stuff like that. Though I do believe Skye and the original Midas are from the same season pass, battle pass, whatever. So yeah, it's cool that they are varying out the aesthetics at the very least, because this is not a female character that doesn't look anything like Lynx. So that's a very cool little thing to add, and it gives a bit of variety. Could easily fit in other displays, I'm sure. I'm probably going to fit her into a Legends display because I'm a fan of Skye, so I'm probably going to pick her up at some point. And then the other pack is for Meowscles, and this is specifically Shadow Meowscles, and it comes with some weights, some other bits and bobs, and also, it's the only thing that we know of for a fact to come with a conventional weapon. It comes with 2 pistols and a AK-47, which is interesting, an interesting choice, and this is more or less an accessory pack, but with the types of accessories that you actually get, this could work really well for a lot of different lines. I could imagine a lot of people maybe repainting the gold aspects of it all and using it for, say, a Captain America display. I could see that. I might even do that, honestly. But in any case, it is a very interesting little set, and Meowscles looks cool, but I'm not overly sold, and yeah, it's one of those characters where there's different variations of that skin, and if you don't like the variation that they're making, in this case it's Shadow, it's difficult to really get on board, whatever you want to say. And yeah, that's overall my opinion. And then the final thing that we have revealed so far is the Loot Shark, which is a very interesting little thing. It essentially is a storage device, and in the game, the sharks eat loot, and then if you kill them, they'll drop that loot that they've eaten. So the idea is that they split up. The shark can eat the food, can eat the weapons or whatever else, the back blings, and then you can open it up, killing it, so to speak, and take the stuff out. And it does include the ability to actually have some sort of like surfing action, which I think is really cool. It has a little line wrapped around it. It comes with a fishing rod and some water skis and stuff. And overall, I think this is going to be the biggest seller for non-Fortnite people, just because it may be a bit cartoony, but it could easily fit in any display, especially if it's water-based. So if you've got a Namor or a Aquaman display or something, you know, even if it's not Hasbro, it could very easily fit into it. And yeah, I think it is, for me, the thing that I'm most looking forward to from this entire line. And yeah, that is everything. So I just, as I say, wanted to kind of just talk about everything, go over everything. And yeah, that's really going to be it. So, without further ado, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you going to be picking any of these up? Are you even interested in Fortnite as is? I really want to see what they're like compared to Jazzwares and McFarlane. I'm sure there's plenty of people that are trying to do the same. But in any case, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!